Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Baldy, and in this video I want to talk about Gief's punish counter combos and how they've changed this patch. So I'm gonna start talking from light to heavy, pretty much, when it comes to how am I talking about them. Honestly, for the lights, they're all pretty much the same. The only difference is that you can actually cancel into like EX a lot more consistently from these farther ranges out. Like, see, I'm gonna do here. Wait, hold on. Pretty much, if you're gonna do a whip punish here, that's gonna hit a lot more now, because for example, sending light kick has less pushback on hit now, so that's really nice in itself. But yeah, besides that, I mean, pretty much all of them are the same. You know, you can just do this that works. If you're close here, you can do that. This can work, but they're all basically the same. Nothing really changed about the lights. If you want to afterwards, you can drive rush, and throw in a headbutt. You can just do this if you want to. So that's one thing. That's one thing to keep in mind. It's okay damage really, but I don't really think it's that worth canceling into lights after a drive rush cancel. Simply because it takes a lot of meter. They nerfed the damage quite a bit on light drive rush combos. So honestly, there are times where you kind of just want to do something like that. Because they're just saving meter, and the Oki's still pretty decent regardless. And yeah, when it comes to his mediums, those are also basically unchanged. Nothing he had last patch doesn't work here, and really nothing is different. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. Crouching medium kick is different now though, because since it's +7 now in this scenario, you can go for a hell stab. So that's pretty good in itself. But the problem with that is in those ranges where you're actually gonna whiff punish someone with a crouching medium kick, that's just not gonna work. So instead, it'd be better to opt for a standing light kick, like I said. So say you're this range, that'll actually connect. But if I was in about that same range with hell stab, it would whiff right there. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And yeah, I mean, lights and mediums all pretty much the same. So, you know. But now I'm gonna go on to what really changed. That was his heavies. Now, a lot of his heavies now, you can choose to sacrifice a little bit more damage, but instead you don't have to use nearly as much meter for basically the same Oki scenario. For example, mid screen, a very common DP punish counter combo was something like you hit this, you do this, and then you do OD air speedy for 41%. So that was a good combo. It was very easy, pretty simple to do. The Oki afterwards wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't bad by any means. But if you wanted to say save meter right there before, you would have had to do something like this, which isn't bad. It was pretty good Oki, but it's also sacrificing basically 10% more damage. So it's definitely a noticeable difference. But now, if you want to kind of meet a middle ground, you can just cancel it immediately in the air speedy thanks to the SPD change. Right there, the Oki scenario is the exact same as if you just hit an EX air SPD. The only real downside about it though is that the Oki compared to say this isn't nearly as good, but it's still there. It's not like there's absolutely no Oki in the scenario. It's not like afterwards you can drive rush and go for a standing medium punch here. That would work. You can if there are blocking, you can obviously sneak in an SPD. That can work. And yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to that one. It didn't change too much because I actually didn't really do anything to standing heavy kick itself besides changing it to have a camera shake effect, which, I mean, you know, that's probably the best change he had the entire update. And yeah, another thing that changed quite a bit too was his crouching heavy punch. Now, mid screen, you're mainly going to use this for punish counter for perfect parry punish counters, or a whip punish. I would not really recommend using this as a DP punish because there's just simply better options here. You can cancel in at level 2. I mean, that's something you can do. You do something like this. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's not it. That's something that works, for example. But as you can see, the damage, it's good, but it's really nothing crazy. But really where this move's damage actually shines is in the corner, because simply put, you can basically go for the normal OD Lariat Air SPD combo here. So that's nice. It does do less damage than Wheel Kick, so it's kind of redundant, and it also uses the same amount of meter. So you may be asking yourself, well, why would I use that? Why would I use this as a punish counter over the Wheel Kick? And number one, the Wheel Kick is pretty slow. I think it hits people on the ground at like frame 24. It's really not that good. It's really not that good speed wise. This is 11 frames. It's way faster. And one nice thing about this is that if you do get this punish counter hit, it actually launches them high enough to where if you do something like this, they're actually high enough in the air to where this will auto time correct. Normally to have that connect, it has to be some like super weird combo that like sacrifices a lot of meter just for that connect, and even then the damage would just be worse than doing the normal combo after this. So having that is really nice, because you go from using 4 bars of drive gauge to using 2 bars, but you use 1 bar super meter, which really is not that bad considering Gief gets way more meter this patch compared to last time, both drive gauge wise and meter, and just super meter wise. So that's going to be a really nice thing that he has now. Really just depends on like what you feel like using in a scenario. If you want to go for more damage there, you can cancel into OD-SPD. If you want to save more meter and get pretty much the same amount of damage with but like slightly less, you can obviously just cancel it into level 1. So that's nice. And yeah, another thing that also changed thanks to the ARSPD buff is that normally for some characters, like instead of doing a normal DP punish like this, they actually mid-screen, they are actually susceptible to eating a charged drop kick. The characters that works on most consistently are DP wise, by the way, I'm mainly talking DP punishes here, are DJ, Jory, Luke, and Jamie. Those characters, it's pretty easy to get this off, just because of like the way they recover. So you can do that now. You save a bit more meter, because before you wanted something like this. Oh. And obviously the old combo's still there if you want, if you want to have more, if you want to spend more meter, you're more than welcome to for 45%. It's really is just a matter of do I want to say meter here, or do I want to get that extra bit of damage? So it really just depends on how you decide to make that decision in the game. And yeah, now another move that also changed quite a bit when it comes to punish counter scenarios is his headbutt. Headbutt being +7 it's just such a massive change in general. I really can't even stress how amazing of a change that was just in general. But it actually opens up quite a lot of situations for him now that he didn't really have before. Now, simply put, you just get so much more damage off this. Even mid-screen, this is a common, this is basically like the common new optimal, quote-unquote, DP punish combo. It's really not hard to do. It's just drive rush, headbutt, headbutt, drive rush, headbutt, headbutt here, yada yada, and then once you're on that last bar, you just cancel it into EX Lariat, and then you just cancel into level 3. Obviously you can cancel into level 2 as well, but normally you want to cancel this combo into level 3 because this is a critical arc. But point is, the damage is still really good here. Even if it is just a normal level 3, you're still doing over 60% of their life. It's a very strong combo. It's really not hard either. Even if you just practice it like once or twice, you're gonna have it down. For certain scenarios too, you can also do a neutral punch, not neutral punch. Sorry, a jumping headbutt, which also gives pretty good damage itself too. I was trying to show an example now. I honestly kind of forgot what like super assist works on in particular. I think it can work on most DPs, but the problem is like with the way they're falling down, it's really easy to mess it up and have it to where you hit them in the air, which isn't good. You want to hit them in the ground like this. But yeah, this is also another combo you can do here for really good damage. It does about the same amount of damage as the drive rush headbutt one, but I think it actually does a little bit more damage, so it's pretty good. The only problem with it, though, like I said, is that it's not nearly as easy to get as a double drive rush headbutt combo, because it's just a lot tighter to actually pull off in game, pretty much. So yeah, another thing you can do off of a punish counter headbutt now is you can do something like this. That's something you can do. So that's pretty nice. And yeah, just basically his combos are a lot better off of a punish counter headbutt, because before the headbutt combo would have been something like this pretty much, and then you cancel it in a lariat. Not nearly as much damage compared to canceling in level 3. And yeah, so there's also one more thing that changed thanks to the headbutt buff. So before, after a punish counter DI, you would just do something like this pretty much. That was our optimal punish counter combo right there, meterlessly, right next to heavy SBD. But the Oki situation after a heavy SBD really is not that good. It's pretty mid. It's 3270, so it's good damage, don't get me wrong, but again, the Oki is pretty mid. But now you can do something like this if you want to really cash out with the meter. Sorry, if you really want to cash out with meter, now you can do something like this. And this combo is especially good because Jamie loses 3 bars. Here, I'll show an example. Like, right as I hit the DI, he has what, 4.5. And then once he's done, he's gonna lose about 3 bars a meter here. And this combo also does about 50%. So it's really, really, really nice. And you save your meter. That's a big part about this. You save your meter for, yeah, 56%. It's really good. And yeah, that's really honestly all I have for this video. All the like the combo here, this is pretty much unchanged. I mean, punish counter sweep, like nothing really changes about that. You just kind of do whatever you want right there. And yeah, I might make a video in the future going more in depth on, like, say for example, like characters' moves you can punish with an SBD, like if they're -5 or more, because that's a pretty common scenario with Gief, where like you hit someone, I don't know, someone hits you with a move, you block it, but it's like -5, -6, -7, around there. But yeah. When it comes to my matchup guide videos, the next one was gonna be Dalsum. Afterwards, I was likely going to do JP or Manon, either one, because in the poll I took, a lot of people wanted me to make a guide about JP, which I have a lot to say about JP. Actually, I don't think that matchup is nearly as bad as some people feel. I think that matchup's, like, honestly probably like even if like slightly losing to Zangief. I don't think it's nearly as bad as, say, Ed, Lily, or Dalsum. But yeah, I also saw a lot of people say that Manon was giving them a hard time, which is very, very fair. Manon is far from an easy character to fight. Even though she's generally seen as being bad, she's not easy. And then after that, I was likely going to have the level 2 video come out. No promises on that, though, because again, I have a lot to say about that super, both good and bad. So that video is going to be pretty long. But yeah, stay tuned. If you guys like this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm very close to getting it, and any type of support would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, that's all I really have for you guys in this video. Thank you, and I'll see you guys next time.